right. Hello, people of the internet.
Yeah, hello, and I'm here as well. I'm just gonna walk you real quick through the patched 6.200 preview. Want to show you what's coming, so let's have a look. So the biggest changes that are coming with 6.200, besides further performance optimization, obviously this is still a priority, is they did a complete rework how the classes are built. So they took all the pieces that we had before and completely reshuffled and reorganized them, and Shay here, our good friend, is gonna tell you what they did in detail, and I just cut it down into little nice and good pieces, and the stuff that takes too long for them to explain, I'm just gonna sum up for you.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the goal, and so that's what we put our main focus in. We didn't want to create a ton of new stuff. Sometimes there were some deficiencies that players have been asking for certain things.
So Ria, tell me about it. What did you actually do?
Here, let's start with looking at one of the talent trees.
So Mr. Blair, you're telling me you didn't touch any of the abilities? I don't believe that.
In some cases, you'll be pleasantly surprised at what some of the powers do now.
Okay, let's go ahead and look at the Ranger talent tree. So we started with talent trees, and we re-swizzled these things. So we took what was there, and we compacted things. So in the spirit of what Todd was talking about with hard choices, now you've got them. We're going to start with you only get 15 points. There's only 15 talent points. That being said, each talent is only 1 point. So once you pick it, it is what it is. And this is the entire talent tree. Now, one thing I also want to point out is along the bottom, you see your slots. You've got your minor slot, your exploration slot, you've got your major slot. Those are free. Those ones along the bottom, free.
Same concept as before, except that now they're free. They just unlock as you level.
Correct. Todd was talking about those choices where this thing is so good you have to pick it. Well, it's not really a choice. If that was the case and it made the class sort of what it is, we tended to fold that stuff in.
So basically what they're showing here, the powers that you always want to take on a class, so everybody picked it, now they just bundled those up and they cost you 1 point and you basically have to spend it. Fine, cool.
The next thing we did was we created these stat bundles. It's the southern sort of, we call these stat bundles, for lack of a better term. You get all this stuff. You get your health, you get your health regen. Here's an additional minor slot. So we give you 2 for free. You want a third one? You can spend a talent point. If you don't waste a talent point on it. Spend it on something else. Totally up to you. So now we're moving on to some of the new passive powers.
Ah, so you actually moved some passive powers to the talent tree now. That's interesting.
What this does is this will add a chance to add Fairy Fire to anyone, so of course they can't stealth. And that does it on every one of your attacks. So it is a proc, it can happen, it hits.
So you also added Ankle Shot, which on every third auto attack that is charged above 95% slows the target with movement slow. Nice. So let's skip the rest of the abilities and jump to the promotion classes.
So we still, the basics is we still have 3, right? Every class has 3 promotion classes, but we did go through all of them one by one and say, okay, why is everybody playing just this one? Why aren't they playing B and why aren't they playing C? Because we found that a lot.
Okay, so here, long story short, they tried to rebalance those and made the promotion classes that sucked more attractive to players and bundled up some points. We didn't learn much about those, so I'll skip that part, and I will let you know what I think about that once I get my hands on this build on test. How about that?
So from here, we're going to start talking about the next big section. As with promotion classes, you only get to pick one of them. So what we're having here is the same thing. These are domains. All right, so you will only, when you pick a promotion class, you'll notice here, if you look, that there's 3 more choices that happen. These are your domains. Think of these as, well, I don't know, more almost like a subclass, right?
Okay, so let me sum this up. Now you pick a class just like before, then you level it up, You pick a promotion class, just like before. And now for each promotion class, you can now choose one of 3 domains, which is basically just like a subclass, so that unlocks, again, other disciplines and stuff. Let's have a look at this directly.
What's the purpose of having domains? And I think it hits on that second design point, which is hard choices, right? Which is, if I really want to get to this build, or I have a particular combination of things that I think will be synergistic, I can usually do it. I can't always do it, but I can usually do it. But there's a cost to do it. I have to give up something else because I can't be the best at all of the things. So that was the goal.
Okay, so what's the difference then between class, race, and domains? Like, do they overlap, or how does that work?
Yeah, and your class and your race will give you access to disciplines, not necessarily a domain. But
sorry, yeah, you're right. Your Stoneborn is a domain.
Correct.
So it therefore has its own list of available disciplines.
Correct.
Okay, so we still have disciplines, and ways to unlock access to those disciplines can be race, class, or a domain. So those are the 3 knobs you can basically turn around with that open up possibilities to get to disciplines. And we're gonna see the details when the patch hits test. That's cool. I like that.
There are so many combinations now that we needed to actually put support systems in the game, and we'll hopefully make this information available externally as well. Just so because what I said was I wanted to be able to have builds be a top-down and bottom-up approach. So bottom-up is, hey, I want to be this particular race and class. I have a concept. Now I want to build on that and figure out the right powers and disciplines which are in domains, and I want to figure out what I want to build out. The other is the opposite, which is, hey, looking through the game, somehow I saw these 2 cool powers, and I decided that there was a cool concept based on those powers. So now I want a bottoms down, or a top down. I want to actually go and figure out the right race class combination to get to that combination. So I wanted to be able to get there from both directions. And that's where the Crowpedia came in, was basically a way of organizing this information to allow you to see it.
Okay, so here's another really cool thing that we see with 6200, which is the Runestone Catalog, which basically allows you to search for major disciplines, minor disciplines, depending on what class, race, or domain they are available to, also if it's a major, minor discipline slot. So Todd called it a Crowpedia, which allows you to search disciplines and plan your builds. Check it out. Okay, so we don't actually have any information yet about the domains, but here are the 15 ones that will be available. Again, here I'll get you more information when I get my hands on it.
Whether or not we'll do vessel and character wipes, we'll take a look and see. I don't like wipes, but there are times when we have no choice. This may be one of those times.
So I might be wrong, but just to give you a quick info, I've talked to a couple of guys, and most of us think that we're going to have a character and item wipe. So means everything cleans, but we will keep the passive training. So this is what we expect for 6200, and we will know probably for sure as soon as we have it on test. So this is a really cool one. As you can see here, the better the quality of a discipline that you equip, the better will be the statistics that you get from it. Dope. Okay, so 2 new things here. One, the crafting disciplines will be moved to the exploration slots, so they don't take away your other disciplines. And on the bottom of the screenshot, you see new items that you can equip or use on a crafter character to unlock new recipes and stuff. So also that has been shifted around. Pretty cool. Want to look at it? Want to show you? Want to tell you about it?
You'll notice how much more you have available to you. Now this is going to be, again, all of the classes will have roughly this amount available. Sometimes there will be crossover, but this is just the sheer spread of new major disciplines that we have available.
Okay, Mr. Blair will explain to us how we will get our hands on disciplines, just to sum it up again.
How do we, okay, so acquisition of the disciplines is still roughly what it is in previous builds, where The thralls will have the souls, the miners coming from the unnamed thralls, and there's something exciting new that we're getting for the exploration ones, where you should be able to proc a soul when you craft. So you have a chance just to get one of the crafting souls as you're just crafting stuff, which is kind of what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to reward people for doing the activities that they're doing. So crafting stuff will come from crafting, exploration souls come from harvesting, and the combat souls come from combat, which is out there fighting the thralls.
So Todd, when will we see that patch on the test server?
Somebody asked for an ETA on test. We're talking about weeks, not months. But it's not. We are in implementation. This is not something that's going to be hitting like tomorrow or anything like that. And now that I've said the word tomorrow, chat's going to light up with he said tomorrow, even though that's the opposite of what I just said.
Okay, from now on, I'll just cut together a couple of the interesting questions that have been asked in the forum that I think are valuable for you to know. So keep watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll already say bye. You had enough of me right now. Enjoy the questions and see you for the next video. Bye bye.
Okay, the next question is, will talent respec be in the game for 6.2? I don't know yet is the quick answer. We have a significant portion of our engineering team continuing to focus on performance. We know that we're still not there, so very clearly. So we're working on it.
Our next question is from Pope Urban. What are the current issues preventing the Shadows rule set from returning?
Mostly it's just not at the top of our list, to be honest.
What is the plan to get optimization where it needs to be?
So we're continuing to push on that as hard as we can. We actually this month have a dedicated team from Unity coming in to work directly with our team. Not literally coming in. They would have if it wasn't for coronavirus, but they're going to be basically embedded in our team full time to try and help us get over some of the performance challenges that we've faced.
Our appreciation for you guys coming out and helping us test every month and being part of our community. We've got our Crow Appreciation Rewards program.